name is Samantha Korick, and today I'd like to take all of you on an interactive adventure to present my portfolio for EDU 333, Technology in Teaching and Learning, a class in which provides students with skills and concepts for applying technology into the educational setting. This presentation requires the use of QR codes. Does anybody know what a QR code is? Well, QR stands for Quick Response and is a machine-readable code used for storing information, such as websites, promotions for businesses, and contact information. Participation in this presentation requires the use of a smartphone. If you do not have a smartphone with you today, please take a moment to find the person next to you who does. If you have an iPhone, you will need to go to the App Store. For an Android phone, you will need to go to the Google Play Store in order to read these codes in the presentation. These apps are free to download, so please take a moment to choose and download the reader in which you would like. The first technology tool in which we have explored was Voki, a website in which allows users to create an avatar. Please open your QR readers and scan this barcode. An avatar is an electronic icon or figure representing a person, such as the one seen here. Voki enables users to write dialogue for their avatars, as well as change the backdrop and appearance of their avatars. Avatars can be very useful for educators. They can be used to introduce the educator, a new topic of focus in the classroom, or implemented to help students communicate with one another in a creative and more hands-on way. Google Drive is a very useful tool in which can be used to communicate and collaborate in many ways. Take, for example, the survey seen here, using your QR reader. This survey was created with two others simultaneously. We were all working together at separate computers, which enabled us to see each other's input in real time, as well as the opportunity to work together from anywhere. Whereas with group work, collaboration only occurs when all of the participants are in the same place at the same time. Google Drive also allowed us to see the results to our survey in an easy-to-interpret format, which helped us in the assessment process. Educators can use Google Drive to get a better sense of the interests or needs of their students and use the results from surveys to effectively enhance curriculum. Please follow the code to my Powtoon. Powtoon is a web tool in which allows users to create animated videos using text, images, and music, such as the one seen here. Powtoon can be used to introduce a topic in the classroom in a more visual way than doing it through lecture, which can greatly benefit a student who is a more visual learner. Formative assessment is used before or during instruction to give the educator a sense of what each individual student already knows or what they need more work on, which helps to guide educators to create a more developmentally appropriate curriculum. The first code here takes you to the website Kahoot, in which I had created a formative assessment to practice for the PECT test. Kahoot puts the questions in a game-type format in which makes for a good tool for use with younger children. Kahoot also allows students to answer the questions presented on their tablets or smart device rather than raising their hands to say the answer aloud, which could help students who are shy or become anxious when being asked to answer aloud in the classroom. The only con to Kahoot is the fact that the questions do not show on the student's screen, only on the presenter's screen, so students must work at the pace of the educator. Socrative is another type of formative assessment in which we have explored. Once you scan the code, please enter the room number seen here to access the assessment. Socrative is a web tool in which educators can create quizzes to assess students' progress and abilities. Questions generated in Socrative can be in a multiple choice, true and false, or open-ended format, and can also be set up as student or teacher-based and show the students immediate feedback as to if the students are right or wrong. The next code seen here is for a digital simile created using Microsoft Movie Maker. The project was implemented to give us a sense of the different ways to create a digital story. Other programs in which could have been used include Microsoft Photo Story and iMovie for Mac or iPad. Digital stories can be used in the classroom for the educator to introduce a topic or for the students to create a project on a topic in a more interactive way. Trends of technology were explored by creating an infographic, which is a visual image such as a chart or diagram used to represent information or data. The infographic is seen by scanning the code here and was made with PictoChart, a tool in which allows users to easily create infographics using templates. Some trends in technology include learning and using technology to personalize learning. My presentation focused on the trend of redesigning learning spaces to aid in academic success. Educators can use PictoChart to present a topic to peers, administrators, or parents, or display information in the classroom in a more visual way, rather than a text-based approach. The PowerPoint presentation seen here demonstrates an effective presentation through use of visuals, lack of bullet points, appropriately sized font, and slides with minimal text. The music included in this PowerPoint is a mellow instrumental, used to set the mood for the topic of the presentation. Music can be used before the presentation to set the mood, or after the presentation to conclude. My presentation also employed the use of active learning strategies, which are used to engage the audience by asking them to think critically and/or collaborate regarding a topic. The active learning strategies demonstrated here are opening question, think, pair, share, and a concluding question. Handouts are also useful in presentation and allows audience to follow along with the presenter. A handout was created for this presentation but is not seen here. My presentation was then screencast using the website Screencast-O-Matic. Screencast-O-Matic allows users to narrate and record presentations. Screencasting a presentation makes it easier for individuals to view the presentation if they are not able to go to the presentation itself. It can also be used for a presenter to practice and hear their inflection and tone of voice before they present to a live audience. This screencast was uploaded to YouTube in order to make it public for everyone to view, which should be considered if the screencast is being used in the classroom. After completion of the screencast, I created a Nearpod based on the presentation. Nearpod is an interactive presentation tool that can teach students based on any topic and can include quizzes, polls, videos, images, drawing boards, and web content. Nearpod has many benefits, including a more interactive way to teach a lesson and can assist visual learners more than routine instruction. Many other tools and topics were instructed throughout the semester. Other tools in which were used include Poll Everywhere, a website in which allows educators to poll their classmates and view and assess the results. Copyright law, an important facet of technology education, was explored. The net standards for teaching with technology, as well as Padlet, an interactive word wall, which can be used to ask questions or brainstorm ideas. Please scan this code and participate in this Padlet question. What was the most useful thing that you had learned from this presentation today? As you can see, the wall updates in real time so that you can view others' responses as they are typed. Thank you for listening, and that concludes my presentation for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you gained insight on how to implement technology into the classroom through the examples seen today. I will be here to answer questions, if any arise, for about 45 minutes concluding this presentation. I'd love to hear from you.